And another bad habit, my hair. I didn't do anything to my hair last night. In my defense, I did sleep on my purple silk pillowcase. However, I put this mug up in a scrunchie, and the only reason I put it up in a scrunchie is so it wouldn't be on the back of my neck, because you know, night sweats and such. Yeah, I didn't do anything with that hair. And how hard is it right now? How hard is it? 4 braids and a couple of pillow rollers. But nope, I didn't do it. Oh. Dang. A couple of those curls held, didn't they? Man. So if it's cold outside, I could probably get away with finger combing this mug and keeping it pushing, right? Since it ends up in a scrunchie by the end of the day anyway. But you know what I wanted to do was talk to you fellas for just a minute. I know I seem to neglect you sometimes, but I always come back and let you know how much I appreciate you brothers who are gentlemen. Because I know you exist, you know. I don't know if you know to be aware of females who believe you don't exist, as opposed, because it's in you to show them that you do. So instead of, you know, not all of you look at a female and be like, oh, she says there are no good men, or all men cheat or whatever. Okay, boo boo, I'm out. A lot of gentlemen just don't mess with those females. Understandably, you have options. Why deal with a female who apparently attracts guys who ain't shit? So you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with any of her exes. You don't want to deal with all the hundreds of children she could potentially have by all those exes. You know, I get that. So again, in her, you know, it is her truth that there are no good men, because there are no good men who want to be bothered with your petty ass. Okay. But, you know, you still have some dudes that can't even help themselves, you know. Captain SaveAHO is real. Over breakfast, Mr. and I were we watched a couple of judge shows. I don't generally watch those shows because I can't relate to those people. And, you know, there comes a point where children are always involved. So it stops being funny to me. You know, normally in order to deal with it, I just utilize the comedy in it all, because their life is funny to me. You know, I can't relate to it. I don't try to, but it's hilarious. Your self-destruction gets hilarious, right? And then there are children involved. Suddenly it's not funny anymore, because those children are going to grow up into like adults. You know, they're going to pass that torch. You know, people abusing reproductive organs up in this piece repeatedly and consistently, destructively. So they destroy not only their lives, but everyone around them and the children that they bring into it. You know, and there is no intervention. There is no intervention. The worst parent in the world is going to be the first one to tell you can't tell them how to raise their children, and they're right. You can't tell them how to raise their children. Therefore, there is no such thing. You know, we like to think that there's intervention for the children, but people don't care about the children. People don't care, because if you cared about the children, there would be intervention with bad parenting, and there is no such thing. And you don't have the right. We don't have the right to step in. We don't have the right to make a suggestion. We don't have the right. There are people that get on camera and tell you, I'm having this difficulty in this situation. And when you give them a common sense response or a suggestion that they requested, mind you, they will come back and do a whole dedication video to say, I didn't post this to be judged. And I get that. None of us like to be wrong. I don't like to be wrong when I'm wrong, if that ever happens. Case in point. Back to focus on the gentleman out there. So there was this case where this guy had, you know, was with this chick. She's ratchet, you know. He got his own issues, but he got his life together. He's a hardworking guy, a good guy. So he got with this chick. The judge never brought this up. The judge really fooled me. I thought she was going to be more balanced, but He had given her credit card because some bills he pays, some bills she pays, and he pays his own bills. So he had to work because he works 48 hours a day. And so he gave her his credit card and told her, hey, could you pay my bills for me? So she got the credit card, paid the bills. Then the Saturday, she told him that she wanted some money to get the kid. If you ask me, she saw the money that was going to the, he said it was about $700 and some dollars, $760, let's just say. So what she probably did was start seeing dollar signs in her mind instead of thinking common sense, these are going toward the bills, obviously. She decides to say, oh, well, I want to get the kids something, new outfit for Easter. This is on Saturday. Nobody addressed it. And he had apparently gotten himself something nice to wear for Easter, because he never does. So he got himself something nice to wear for Easter. It's in her family tradition that you get your new outfit, you get your Easter outfit, right? So she wanted him to get the kids some outfits for Easter. He said no. He couldn't. He wasn't in a place where he could do that right now. So she does her ratchet thing, gets upset because he doesn't want to get the kids something for Easter. Now this guy has a second strike in the system because of her. Their outbursts have escalated to the point where I think he was the one that called the police. I don't know why, because of course he got arrested. You know what I'm saying? And I'm furious because it's his second strike on top of everything else. And you know how that works for people with brown skin. He even has a second strike now. And she has had situations where she called all her family to come and get at him. Behind her bullshit, mind you. Nobody's crediting her for her bullshit. And you could tell the guy cares for her and the children. And let me tell you, I was so furious. I was like, this chick lucked up on a good dude, because really good dudes wouldn't be bothered with her triflingness. And it's not even her fault. I know it's her family. I know it's her mom, her parents, and their parents, and their parents, and their parents. But we talking about their relationship right now. Of course, everybody's looking at the guy like, how could he not want it? She just want him to get new outfits for the kids. The guy literally works hours upon hours upon hours every day. He always does stuff for the kids. She never denied that. She can't deny that. He buys stuff for the kids. He makes sure the kids don't want for anything. And let me just clue you in on a couple of things. Again, he works hour upon hour, never does anything for himself. This is the first time he got himself a new outfit for Easter. So, because he always doing stuff for her and the kids. Let me let you guess how many of those children are his. I'll wait. Oh, did I tell you how many children they have? They have 7 children. Guess how many of those 7 children are actually his? One of those children are his. And I've seen bitches like this work. So from me to you, outside of the situation, I wonder if that kid is his. But he's not that type of dude. That's not his issue, because he loves her, so he gonna love her and the children. The whole tribe of ratchet ass kids that she is raising to be the same bitch she is. And just like I say over and over to females, stop entertaining asshole dudes. Stop entertaining abusive dudes. Stop entertaining controlling dudes, and then having to drag people that love you through your fucked up relationship with you, because they didn't make that choice on purpose so that they wouldn't have to go through that. And now their heart have to hurt because you going through this. You chose to go through this. I know y'all gonna hit me with the victim blame again, but you chose to go through this because literally, unless somebody made you date them at gunpoint, you had the choice to be like, no, I don't think we make a good couple. So I can't count how many times I've had guys to tell me, how do you know unless you try? Like, what makes you say that we wouldn't work for each other? Bitch, I see you. And I don't do fuck boys. How about that? Okay? And the truth is, they probably would have been a good man to me, because they know losing me is that easy. You don't want to mess up something good, okay? But if you don't really respect it, or if you basically gotten the green light, which is what chicks do when they say all men cheat, that lets every predator out there know that this chick is going to be good. It's still going to be good when I cheat on her. So let me go ahead and entertain this, because I can have this, my side chick, and everything else. He's got the green light. When he's dealing already, a guy who's already dealing with, or will deal with a chick that says all men do, and insert unmanly behavior here. When chicks say that, that lets me know that's your definition of man. And if we define man differently, because men don't do the shit that you just listed that all men do. Not the men that I know, not the men that I will entertain intimately in my life. So all I can say is we perceive life differently. I don't even judge you for that. But don't be mad at me for saying I can't really fuck with you on that, because I'm a different lady than you are. And therefore attract different types of men. That's not to say that other people aren't attracted to me, but I have the option to entertain them or not. I choose not to, because I don't want to make the time or energy or emotional energy to go through any extra drama other than what life already dishes me, or what I might or might not get myself into. So the moral of the story is, don't save her if she don't want to be saved, bro. You have so many more options. You have so many more options. And I hate to see you go down like that. I would hate to see she be your both second and third strike, and your whole life is changed behind your effort to save a hoe. And also, let me tell you what some of her complaints were. You know, she painted him as the one that wouldn't do for the kids. He stayed doing for the kids, but wouldn't do for the kids because he, you know, wasn't in a financial position to get all 12 of her kids something new for Easter, because he decided this once to get himself a new outfit. Another issue she had, she said on social media, this is a whole nother video, but she said on social media he was interacting with other females. Now, I've always had an opinion about people that think social media ruins your relationship. Okay, social media doesn't ruin anybody's relationship, not one. That's like you saying, which I know some of you believe, the other woman stole somebody's man. Your man can never be stolen. Okay, so if social media ruined your relationship, you didn't have one, right? So. But what makes it so bad, when you look at this situation, okay, when I look at this situation, he didn't even do any one thing wrong. She's telling the judge that he's, you know, having all these interactions with all these women on social media. My man can interact with as many women as he wants to on social media, okay? And I don't even like saying my man because I don't own him, but for the sake of how you guys, the terminology that you guys understand, my man can talk to as many females as he wants to on social media, girl. She said he interacting with females, but check out the interactions. Okay, so one female he's interacting with, I don't know, he liked somebody's photo. And then on another photo, a female had a sexy picture. Most females who consider themselves bad bitches and such have what you think is sexy pictures on social media. She said under the picture he put down. Mr. and I both saw somebody yesterday that we were both like, damn. And even if it was a picture that wasn't sexy and it was something out, she's showing like a way too much. Most of the females I know would look at the bitch and be like, damn, how about that? So he can't, under somebody's naked ass picture, he can't put damn underneath it. In another situation, she said that he was telling a female about their problems, you know, their problems. He's like, she didn't want him telling him because, you know, then that'll give her room to come in and interrupt what they got going on. Well, that's a little truer than she thinks it is. Now, number one, there's nothing wrome with that. Keep in mind, I'm talking about healthy relationships. For most people, y'all do think that there's something wrong with that, okay? Because the woman can then step in and do and be what you not being for him. And that can develop into a relationship. You can't afford to lose your baby the guy that you got to sign on for baby daddy for 1 million kids. It's not his. You can't afford to do that, right? Ain't no telling what kind of fucked up way she managed to snag him. But anyway, so I get her being insecure about that. But there's nothing wrong with him doing that. He can't talk to you. And people need to vent about their issues in their relationships. Like, I'm in a position, and it's a wonderful position to be in. I can't vent about people, about my problems in my relationship. You know why? Because he's such a good dude that most of the time, it is something that I'm overreacting about. It is something that I did wrong that I could have done different. It's always my fault. So, you know how they say pretty girl problems, and y'all be like, girl, bye with your pretty girl problem. That's my healthy relationship problem. It's bad. Because sometimes I just want to say, oh, he make me sick. He always doing this. But when I actually tell a story, I fucked up. And he's still understanding about it. Girl, get it together. Some old cooking and cleaning ass, domestically advanced ass chick gonna come and snatch him right from under me. But you know that's not gonna happen. You know why? Because we have conversations. Because we're friends. We're actually friends. Y'all just hop in the bed, or y'all sign up, y'all interview a baby daddy, and y'all hook up and hop in the bed. We're actually friends, so you know. But no wonder, you know, he has female friends online, and no wonder you're insecure about it. And in every case, y'all, every case of every female that he was interacting with, so she mad because he won't accept any of her family as friends on his social media page, but she has one of his friends on her social media page. So she feels like his friend can watch her and whatever she posts to do or say, but he can't be watched. You controlling who his social life right now, bitch. I hope she keep it up. I hope she keep it up so she can go ahead and lose him. And I hope she lose him before she pulls a stunt that gets him his third strike. Because that's what I see happening. That's what I see happening to you, Captain SaveAHO. You know, I don't wish that on you because you're a good dude. But I wish it on her that she lose you because she is trifling. And sad for her because it's not her fault. It's however she was raised. It's her parents, her family did that to her. But she don't deserve you. Dante, that was his name. His name was Dante. She don't deserve you. And until she learned to love herself, and she gonna have to separate herself from the people she call her family in order to do that. But until she love herself, you risking everything to love her and them badass kids. Yeah, I said badass kids. I just wanted to do this video, I guess, as a call out to all good brothers that mean well and their intentions are good and they do all the right things, but you stay attracted to bad bitches or ratchet hoes or people don't have it together. This is my call out to you guys for you to make the better decisions that I tell a lot of females to make for themselves when they enter into relationships with people that they know ain't shit or have shallow motives for hooking up with them. You know, if you are a genuinely good dude, don't believe the hype. There are wonderful women out there who recognize you. Just like you females who are ladies. Yeah, I said females. And that's another thing, brothers. Beware of females who find it offensive that they are called females. Until you show you're a lady, you are a woman, you're a female. Or adult age girl. I say that a lot too. Adult age boy. Or adult age girl. That's the feminist extremism, which is funny about extremists. Extremists are actually doing all the things that the so-called mission that they have, they're actually promoting the opposite. when it comes down to it. I'll go into that another day as well. But anyway, this was just Dante motivated. A shout out to you guys. And especially if you're young, especially if you're a young gentleman. You have your whole life ahead of you. And if there's someone that you can take out of their environment and show them how to love themselves, and then you guys can grow together, that's beautiful. But if you see a female is ratchet, if you see her motives are shallow, don't be inspired by your eyeballs or your balls or your genital balls. You are equipped to find and attract and entertain a lady who is a lady who can also take care of your balls. I just love you, man. I want the best for you, but more than that, I want you to want the best for you. Because that way we can all be happy when you get it.